Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. Crumble is the ultimate comfort food, loved for its simplicity and versatility. Whether you prefer it sweet with apples and cinnamon or savory with roasted vegetables, this dish adapts effortlessly to any flavor profile. Bakers and home cooks love it because the buttery, crumbly topping pairs perfectly with almost any filling. From classic fruit crumbles to gluten-free or vegan versions, there's a variation for every taste and dietary need. The best part? It's nearly impossible to mess up, making it a go-to recipe for beginners and seasoned cooks alike. Once you master the basics, you can experiment with endless combinations. Let's explore how to make crumbles shine in any meal. What is a crumble? A crumble is a simple, rustic dessert or savory dish where a buttery, textured topping bakes over a soft, flavorful filling. Think of it as comfort food in its purest form, warm, crumbly, and endlessly adaptable. Unlike pies with their fussy crusts, crumbles come together with minimal effort, letting the ingredients shine. The origin of crumble. Crumble traces its roots to Britain during World War II. With rationing limiting pastry ingredients like eggs and fine flour, home cooks improvised. They mixed basic pantry staples, flour, butter, and sugar, into a loose topping, scattering it over fruit fillings. The result? A humble but satisfying dessert that quickly became a staple. Post-war, crumbles stuck around, evolving into both sweet and savory versions. Today, they're a global favorite, beloved for their nostalgic warmth and flexibility. Key ingredients in a crumble. At its core, a crumble needs just 3 ingredients. Flour, all-purpose flour forms the base, giving structure. For a nuttier flavor, try whole wheat or almond flour. Butter, cold butter rubbed into the flour creates those signature crumbs. Vegan butter works just as well. Sugar, white or brown sugar sweetens the topping. Brown sugar adds a caramel-like depth. Optional add-ins can elevate the texture and taste. Oats, rolled oats add chewiness and a rustic feel. Nuts, chopped almonds or walnuts bring crunch. Spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, or ginger pair perfectly with fruit. The filling. Almost anything goes, apples, berries, rhubarb, or even roasted squash. The magic lies in the balance, tender filling beneath the golden, buttery rubble. Types of crumbles. Crumble is far from a one-trick dish. Depending on your mood or meal, you can go sweet for dessert or savory for a hearty side. The topping stays the same, buttery, crisp, and irresistible, while the filling changes the game entirely. Sweet crumbles, classic comfort in every bite. Fruit-based crumbles are the classic choice, turning ripe produce into warm, bubbling desserts. The key is balancing the sweetness of the filling with the richness of the crumble topping. Apple crumble, tart apples like Granny Smith hold up well to baking, especially with cinnamon and brown sugar. A splash of lemon juice keeps the flavor bright. Berry crumble, mixed berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, burst with juice. Toss them with a bit of cornstarch to thicken the syrupy filling. Peach crumble, ripe peaches need little more than vanilla and a pinch of nutmeg. For extra depth, swap half the peaches with apricots. Pro tip, if your fruit is very sweet, cut back on sugar in the filling. A handful of oats or chopped nuts in the topping adds texture without overwhelming the fruit. Savory crumbles, a flavor-packed twist. Who says crumbles must be sweet? Swap fruit for vegetables, cheese, or even ground meat for a savory version that works as a side or main dish. Vegetable crumble, roasted squash, carrots, or tomatoes shine under a cheesy crumble topping. Try Parmesan or sharp cheddar mixed into the flour and butter. Tomato and herb crumble, cherry tomatoes and fresh thyme pair beautifully with a garlic-infused topping. Ideal alongside grilled chicken or fish. Meat crumble, ground lamb or beef with onions and spices makes a hearty base. Top it with a crumble mixed with rosemary for a rustic take on shepherd's pie. Flavor boost for savory crumbles. add a pinch of smoked paprika or mustard powder to the topping. It gives an extra layer of depth without overshadowing the filling. How to make the perfect crumble. Getting a crumble just right hinges on two things: the fruit filling and the topping's texture. Nail these, and you'll have a dessert that's crisp on top, tender underneath, and impossible to resist. Choosing the right fruit. Not all fruits behave the same in a crumble. Some turn mushy, while others hold their shape. The best options strike a balance between flavor and texture. Apples, firm varieties like Granny Smith or Honeycrisp stay slightly crisp after baking. Toss them with cinnamon or nutmeg for warmth. Berries, blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries release juices, so mix them with a spoonful of cornstarch to thicken the syrup. Stone fruits, peaches, plums, or cherries soften beautifully. Pit them and slice evenly so they cook at the same rate. Rhubarb, tart and fibrous, it needs extra sugar. Pair it with strawberries to mellow the sharpness. Avoid watery fruits like melon or citrus segments. They'll make the filling soggy. Instead, stick to fruits that soften without dissolving into a puddle. Stay tuned for part 2. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe.